Hey guys, Triumph here. I got asked to do this amazing idea, which I will show you guys the email. But what the idea was is I show you guys how to make the render, and for like one of my banners that I have released speed arts for or are in my port. And the first one I was asked to show you how to do was this banner I made for my bro Waze, who has since joined Era, so congrats. And let's get started. So here I just have the Era logo, a couple pieces, and the Lightroom that I used was Robbie's 5K, or is it 5? Yeah, 5K pack Lightroom that he gave out, and I also used his materials. So if I just go to content browser, I used Egyptian, which was the main material on the logo. So the click, I also used snake for the snake, of course, and then I used, I think it was rock 1. Was it? Let's try. It was either rock or rock 1. We'll see what looks better. And let's get started. So first here, let's duplicate. Let's actually just group these right there. Name it Era, so we have them all in one group. And first, let's move them around, just so it's not just one view. It's I don't really know how to call it. Let's just give it some random, but still make it readable. Just move these around. Yeah. So what this does is just adds some, I guess, depth and difference between the logo. That's why I have it in separate pieces, so I can do this. And this makes it so it's like the snakes aren't just going around the logo, it's actually going in and out of the logo. If that is not sexual. So let's just move this a bit. I hope you guys are liking these tutorials. They're definitely fun to do because I have been asked a lot to show you how. It's always nice to get good feedback about them. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so here we have the Era logo. Let's move that a bit more. And first, the way you get like the custom shape of the snake, you use a spline. So what you want to do is click random. You can just do the freehand one. And first, let's just get the turns right. So let's go to our views. So click on the top right, and we want to see it from the bottom. So just view that, and let's have it so the snake is going in and out. Just make a wiggle where you think the snake will be going. Make a little scribble. Just get a really basic shape. Now let's just move this down below the logo. Okay, so that's only like one level. So you want to go onto the points mode, where you can click on each point, or like whatever these are called, each section, and move them around to wherever you want. So let's make this the head over here. Oh, I just dragged it up, and let's move it out a bit so it's not too close to the logo. Let's move this down and closer to the logo. Basically, this is just the path for what the body is going to be of the snake, and this like we don't want it too close to the logo, or else the cylinder or the body. I don't. God, so hard to pick the right words. Will be like going inside the logo, which doesn't look that good. Move that closer. Let's move that down and this down. You don't want all the parts of the snake visible. That looks good. Let's. Where does this go? Let's move this over here. Oh, my family's going somewhere. Okay, so there's a pixel inside the logo, so let's just hide that piece so we can just see it. Move that to make it a little bendier. Let's move this up. Or let's just delete it actually. You don't want the spline too bumpy, or else it won't look that smooth, I guess. So if you if you think you have like one of these like dots where you don't need them, then just delete it and it'll fill it in with a curve. Let's move this down. Move this. I think that's good. There we go. So now we just have the line that's going to be where the snake is going. So what you want to do next is click on your shapes, and let's do a capsule. So put that in, then hover over the bend tool, but we're gonna pick spline warp or spline wrap. So just do that and then drag it under the capsule, and then keep spline wrap selected, and where it says spline, we want to make it so the spline we just did is there. So you can click the arrow, or you can just drag it there into position, and that looks really weird. So on the axis, what you want to do is change it to +W or YW, doesn't matter. I'm not sure what changes. It changes what axis it's on, so it'll either actually be on its side or on like straight up and down, I guess. So this is putting it on its side, which is what we want, but this is way too thick. So what you want to do is select capsule again and change the radius down to a decent size, but it's very choppy, so just get height segments, drag that up so it's all good. And then this is actually a good thick, so the radius I have is at 12. So if your spline isn't too smooth, which I like mine to do, you can always change it to B-spline and then back to Bezier, just updates it, and that makes it nice. So let's stick with let's move this out a bit more. That looks good. And then what you want to do is just on the capsule, let's apply the snake material to it. Change it to cubic and change it to seamless. That looks good. Let's actually play with this. Edit any parts you do not like. If you want to add more parts to this spline, you can always just control click and it'll add another one where you clicked. That's really cool. Let's just play around with the spline a bit more. Make it look like it's not just hovering around the logo, that it's actually on the logo. There, that looks good. Okay, now let's play around with the text or the logo itself. So let's duplicate the era folder I made and open it and select or shift click to the bottom, select all the extrude NURBS, and let's change the radius to, let's make it 5 and change the steps back to 1, and then just select each one. Or when you move this, if you have like this global axis mode, it will, no matter what angle it's at, it will always go straight, left, right, back and forth, or up. If you uncheck mark it, it will go and it will like use the logo or the shapes axis. So since this is slanted, the move tool axis will be slanted. So just uncheck mark it and just drag this back so you can see the first one, or the first era, the smaller with the smaller caps. And let's just do that to all of them, just till you can see it. Let's do it to the A now. And these parts will be these like side parts right here. So now we have that, so let's change the select them all again. Let's change the how thick they are, so the thickness just a bit. Okay, there we have it. Let's actually lower the caps down to 4. There we go. Okay, so on the smaller era, let's apply the Egyptian. So just select the folder, put it on, where is it? Just put it on cubic, put it on seamless. That looks good. And then let's select the one with the bigger caps, and let's apply, let's do rock 1. There we go. And then let's also add an, what's it called, atom array. So just drag an atom array, select the smaller caps era, or era, the first era we had, duplicate it, Control C, Control V, and then just drag it into atom array. Let's just change the sphere radius to 1 and then cylinder radius to 1. That looks good. And then let's apply the same rock that we had. Select atom array. Apply. There we go. And that's how you make the render. Actually, okay, I'm actually just gonna render this and then show you guys how to do some final touches in Photoshop. So bear with me. Hey guys, so I have the render now in Photoshop. It's looking good. So a file that I'll put in the description will have the rattle and the head, which I just got off Google. Well, the head used to be on Google, and then someone, whoever put it up, took it off, and now you have to buy it without, well, or you'll get a super pixelated image, or if you save it, you'll have like the trademark over the head. So I just photoshopped that out. So let's drag the head in first. And since we wanted a dark gray, just go to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. Drag down the saturation here, and this also turn down the lightness till we get like a dark color that matches the snake, or that matches the render shade. So let's make this side of the snake the head, so let's just flip horizontally, drag it down in size, just make it bigger. There we go. Let's line it up a bit. And then what you want to do is you just want to blend it in. And then let's make the bottom part a bit lighter. So let's create a new layer. Let's create a clipping mask. Let's get a white brush and let's just color the bottom for now. Let's color like the bottom, the mouth, like bottom of the mouth. And let's color the teeth and eye. Just some parts that we want lighter. Put them on lighten and just turn down opacity. Let's actually change it to overlay. Yeah, overlay. Let's keep it at 43 opacity. And let's make the head have some shadow on the render, so there's these. Oh, come on, see them again. Then just drag the new layer under the head, and let's just get a black brush, color a bit. Just turn down opacity. There we go. Let's actually make the whole head just a bit brighter, because it's blending in a little too much. There we go. So there we have the head and shadow. Now let's make this side the rattle, so just drag the rattle in. Again, image adjustments, hue and saturation. Drag down saturation and make it a bit darker. Move it over here. And then let's also just add the shadow over here. Oh, wrong brush. Here, the rattle doesn't look too good, like it's not the right, I guess, view or, God, the words, well, let's just go into, let's do, which one is it? Let's do a free transform. No, that's not it. Edit, transform, let's do perspective. Drag this up. just make it look like it's coming in at the same angle, I guess, as the tail, or as like the single 4D part is. And let's actually make this part of the skin. Okay, there we have the render, so let's merge all these together. Let's just go. Let's duplicate it. Oopsie. Let's duplicate it, filter, gallery. Let's add glowing edges, so let's keep edge width at 1. Brightness, let's make it 5, and smoothness, let's go with 4. And just put that on lighten. Actually no, let's do soft light. And drag down opacity. And then duplicate again and do filter, other, high pass, at I do radius 10. And put that on overlay. Just check down opacity a bit. And then let's do a filter, and sharpen. And then you can apply your CC. This is I used Lando, old time day. Really cool dude. Yeah. And you apply your CC and you got your render. Of course you would play around with it, add particles and stuff. But that's how you make a basic render with a snake. So I hope this helped you guys. Make sure to leave a like and comment if it did. And I'll probably be doing more of stuff like this, so make sure to say which render style you'd like me to do next. So see you guys next time.